Good morning, everyone. It's Brian Weir coming to you once again from Wild Rose Country with your another Christmas story taken from a book by Derek Johnson, The Wonder of Christmas. And the story today is The Borrowed Manger. And so it was that while Joseph and Mary were in Bethlehem, the days were accomplished that she should be delivered. And she brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger. Have you ever wondered why God allowed his son to be born in a manger? He could have had the most that heaven and earth together could offer, but settled instead for the least. So what can we learn about Jesus and why he came from a simple birth in a little manger? First, it's fitting that the Lamb of God should be born surrounded with animals, many of whom were to be used in sacrifice. Second, the manger made him accessible. Shepherds hurried to the stable, did not have to flash identification cards to get by. Wise men didn't have to write for an interview or sit in a waiting room while their credentials were checked. Third, the manger demonstrates his attitude of simplicity. Things were never important to Jesus. People were and still are. He always moved toward them and into their lives. He chose to be born in that borrowed stable, away from everything comfortable and easy. Later, he said that when he slept, he had no bed, and he borrowed a basket that bright spring morning before he sent his people away fully fed. He borrowed a boat from which to preach his Father's love to men who stood that day on the Galilee's beach. He borrowed a donkey on which to ride into Jerusalem. He borrowed a room in which to meet his friends and have the Last Supper together. He borrowed a table on which to eat, and a towel he used to dry his disciples' feet was not his own. He borrowed a cross on which to die, and he even borrowed a tomb in which to lie. Yet the whole universe was his to enjoy. Now he's looking for a life to share. It doesn't have to be royal, elegant, regal, or fancy. In fact, the plainer and the simpler, the better. Just an open heart into which he can move. And maybe that heart is yours. And that's your little story of Christmas for today.